Let's cross now to my colleague who was in that community earlier this morning, Emmanuel Bagudu, to speak to us on the situation. Emmanuel, thank you very much for your coverage. You've been on site since this incident. Why is there so much controversy as to whether the attacks occurred?
Of course, yesterday we had the police commissioner, we had the local government chairman of that particular local government, Kajuru, denying that the attack didn't happen. It's all over social media. Of course, we got access to that community, of course, not without some fracas, but we got access to the communities. We visited the 3 churches where the communities claim that the attackers came to attack them. They took us Cherubim and Seraphim 1, Cherubim and Seraphim 2, and of course, Equa Church, all in Kurmin Wali. And of course, we did all the coverage. We spoke to a lot of victims, women. They told us that pregnant women were abducted. They told us that a total of 163 persons are currently in the bush, in the forest, with the kidnappers. They narrated every experience, which we had fully on camera. They said that the Nigerian police lied, their local government chairman lied, and that they owe them some level of accountability. Why they have to lie to the world that this never happened. And it happened. They said it happened, and they showed us how it happened. They took us to the churches, they took us to the houses. Those that were injured, we have them all covered on camera. So the controversy there is the fact that the government doesn't want to come out. According to the community, the government doesn't want to give an impression of a Christian genocide. That is why they are making those kind of alleged false accusations on Nigerian media. But of course, a lot of Nigerian media, including international media, had got access to that community today. Some came in on choppers, some came in by air, some came in by land, some got access, and they got every details. And I believe these reportages may make the Kaduna State government, of course, the police, and the local government chairman retract their statement probably by tomorrow. Yeah.
Also, earlier today, arrested by security personnel. I spoke to you on the phone about this, and you said other media houses were, like you've also acknowledged here, were on the ground. Can you talk to us about why you were arrested from covering the report, and perhaps if you've put this development to the police during the course of your time with them? We lost Emmanuel. We'll try and reconnect and continue the conversation. We're also expecting a guest for that as well shortly. We're going to break. We'll be back with more news. Stay with us. Let's now continue our conversation with Emmanuel Bagudu, who is in Kaduna State. Emmanuel, you were trying to tell us about your experience with the police today.
Yes. Security agencies spread around Kurmin Wali entrances. And of course, we have been interrogated, being asked, to find out who we are, whether we don't work for some kind of funny international organization that, come to give a bad impression about Nigeria or something. So we were held in for hours, we were interrogated. By the time we got our clearance, we have to use our phones, go into the internet, show ourselves what we do every day and all that before we were convinced. I mean, they were convinced to let us in. And of course, we were lucky international media also came in at the same time. Of course, they cannot give access to international media without giving us access. It was a case of a prophet not having honor in his home. So we were given access and we were able to go in and do what we did. But we were held for hours, actually, yeah.
But you were not hurt in any way?
Not at all.
Okay, talk to us about the victims. Earlier there was report, and you confirmed that some persons escaped during the attack. Were you able to speak with any of them?
Yes, I spoke to Ishaku Dan Anthony. This is the Angwa means the leader of Kurmin Wali. Yesterday we spoke to him on phone, on audio, who gave his consent to be used. So we were opportune to see him face to face today, where he led us all through the community, all through the 3 churches where the kidnap happened, where the attack happened, and he made it clear to us that he made it clear to us on camera, which we are going to make public, which we are going to share as soon as we settle down. Made it clear to us that currently 163 persons of that community are currently on custody, And of course, that a lot of people have made up their mind to vacate the community because the government is giving a false clarity on the issue. The government is saying that no such thing has happened. They are threatening media organizations for reporting it, and that they don't have any hope, and that they have lost interest. But that will be, those details will be provided as soon as we were able to send out those videos.
All right, Emmanuel, there are so many areas to this story, and of course I'm going to ask you about the authorities' response, but I wanted to also clarify something. There were earlier reports that said, from the police, quoting the police, that said access to that community was restricted due to bad roads and internet connection. What can you tell us about that? Are the roads as terrible as we're made to believe? Is internet access really poor? Are the people not having mobile phones and stuff like that?
Hundreds of those people are having mobile phones. Hundreds of them are having mobile phones. The community is just 5 kilometers away from the Kaduna Expressway. The total distance from that community to the city center is a total of, I calculated, it's a total of 76.8 kilometers. So police, they told us police were there. We had access. The road is motorable, although it's not tarred at all, but it's motorable. It's not that hard to reach according to what is being reported, because a lot of people had access to it. We had access to it. We have a lot of videos, evidence to show about it. It's motorable. Cars are able to pass. You visibly see wheels. You visibly see cars going in and coming out. Bikes are going and coming out. It's not that hard to reach. It's something that the government owe a lot of explanation for the people, because we have seen it clearly. The only issue we had is that in the morning, early hours of today, their access to the road were blocked. Nobody was given access, and if you dare come to that place, you'll be subjected to a lot of interrogation.
Okay, now, Emmanuel, in the light of this investigation you have done with other journalists to that community, it's been a couple of hours. Has security agencies said anything in response, perhaps to rescind their earlier position? Or has the state government acknowledged that this event occurred in the first instance? What can you tell us about that?
Not at all. It's still very shocking. Because I myself, what I met there is unbelievable. Because early in the morning, I had the interview of the Kaduna State Police spokesperson. He said he challenged every journalist, he challenged every civil society person, he challenged every Nigerian to go into that community and confirm to the whole world that there was a kidnap. So I was expecting to go and then to be told that there was no kidnap, but we were greeted with a lot of disappointment. They made it clear on camera, both in English and in Hausa, that there was a kidnap. There a total of 160 persons were kidnapped in 3 churches. We expect that by now, that the government must have retracted their statement, because this report, we spent 3 hours in that community and then we got details. No response from the police, not even from the state government, and the local government chairman have not retracted his statement, and no response from any security apparatus in that particular state. So
we just hope
hundreds, tens of videos.
We just hope they don't come back and double down on their position. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for the coverage, and we look forward to seeing your full report subsequently.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.